as we're setting things back up. I'll get you the link. Sorry guys about that. We are setting things back up as we speak, so you should hear us fixing technical difficulties. But I don't know why I keep doing the but today. Somebody help me.
Excuse me. Let me know when you've sent me the link.
Alright, you have the new link. Here you go.
Alright.
We should be getting people back in. I'm gonna help the scratch people. Let me fix that, and then I'll share a screen again, and we'll continue where we left off. Sorry about that, guys. But hey, we gave a warning at the beginning, so...
Can you guys still hear us okay?
Hopefully.
I'll wait for the delay to pass.
Yep. Oh, yep, we've got people chatting. Yes, we have come back from the dead. Alright. We're saving the scratch people at the moment.
Seems like there's still a little bit of lag, so we're gonna have to be careful.
Yep. Is the audio okay? Can somebody confirm that?
People are saying they can hear us.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Alright. Alright. I will give a little quick... sorry for the crash.
Audio is good is what people are saying.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Sorry about that, y'all. We will make sure this doesn't happen again, hopefully.
Yeah, people saying get Kate on the scene.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. How long were we down?
Maybe about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Secretly, it was 30 minutes and you feel bad.
Did your computer explode? No, it was the internet in Petals' house.
Yeah, the entire internet went down in my house. But hey, the computer's still overheating, so that's good.
What time is it where you guys are? You mean where Petals and I are? It's 8:40 p.m.
Yeah. Alright. Can you figure out which question we were on that they last heard? While I'm making sure people have it. Alright.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
I will put sorry for the crash. Got it back up. Boop. Alright.
Yeah, people are saying 5 minutes for the crash.
Sweet. That's actually pretty good for us. We crashed and got it back up in 5 minutes, the entire stream. You know what? We deserve a cookie.
I have, chewy sweet tarts. Is that good enough?
I'm gonna get myself a cookie after that. I don't know where I'm getting a cookie, but I'm getting myself a cookie. Alright. I have gotten all of that back up. I have informed the Scratch community. I think we are good to start rolling again. Alright. Okay. Do you know which question we were...
Yes.
Alright, let me do a live scene again. Alright. Present. Alright, where were we?
What did Tabby's grave look like?
It was incredibly pitiful. It was very, very sad and makeshift. Think about it this way. All of their stuff in their car was thrown all the way onto the floor of all the street on the ground. And then the telekinesis girl came and took all of their items and threw them into a tornado and launched them everywhere. There's 2 human magical girls on the floor. There's 5 dead bodies of magical girls. And there's blood everywhere. And here they are digging a pitiful grave for Tabby. They probably didn't even get 6 feet down. It was very, very sad because they don't have a car. They can't take her with them. There's no way. There's literally absolutely no way. So I imagine it would literally just be some flowers that they picked up and put on some dirt that just barely covered her. It was very pitiful.
Also, someone said in chat, we explained Mary's wish and power. We explained Shay's wish. You were midway through explaining her power when it stopped.
Shay's power?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So Shay's power is to be able to create stuff because she wished to be to rebuild something that was destroyed. So Shay was able to create something out of nothing. So when I said that they have a bunch of cat carriers for Kyubey, I like to think that Shay made those. Was I able to finish? Did anybody hear Marley's?
No.
Okay, then I should finish that as well. So, did they hear Mary's?
We got Mary's, we didn't get Marley's.
So, when Mary made her wish about the stalker to be restrained, Marley hadn't heard about the wish yet. And Marley was ready to make a wish. So Marley knew about this stalker and was like, I'm going to handle this. I'm going to take care of this. This is going to be fantastic. And I'm going to blow up his house.
That's sweet. So, that is sweet that she was looking out for a friend like that.
Yeah. So she actually, but her solution to it was blow up his house.
I know, but still.
It was very sweet. I like to think from the stalker's perspective. The cop showed up at his house, and he's slowly being put into the cop car. He's walking outside of his house when he turns around and sees... That is like the event that I imagine happened.
Yeah.
So that was her wish. Her second wish was identical to Miharu's, which is for the ability to turn any magical girl back into a human.
Mal, for your question I see in the chat, Mary's power is restraining.
Yes. So, like, they brought a Kyubey and a cat carrier. The cat carrier wasn't just containing Kyubey. He was restrained. He could not move.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Marley's second.
Marley's second wish was the same as Miharu's.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Next question. Can Charlotte read runes?
Yes. 100%. Due to Tabby's knowledge and being able to know what witches know and what Kyubey knows, yes. She was able to literally make a chart, and I like to think that Shay put that chart on the Revolutionist app, so any Revolutionist technically could pull up that app and translate runes. I like to think that Miharu has them memorized, Mary has them memorized, Shay, Charlotte, Tabby have them memorized, but Kate and Marley are just like, can we not?
Yeah.
So they can read runes.
And is Charlotte really gay for Kate?
As I said before, originally the intent for her character was that, but I personally see it as a friendship now. So you are free to interpret it to whatever makes you comfortable, whatever makes you happy. But now I see it as a friendship. So canonically, I now personally view it as a friendship.
Why could Kate not focus 3 in class?
Because she's just has really bad educational skills. I like to think I have a lot of hard time focusing in class. It's more or less school is boring. School is disinteresting. It's hard to focus on something that you have no interest in. And Kate has no interest.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says, wait, could you stop attacking me for 2 seconds? I'm translating your runes.
Revolutionists be like.
Yeah. How did Tabby and Kate become friends?
They're childhood friends. I never decided the full scene, but what I imagine happened is they were probably in the same class in like kindergarten or something, and Kate was kind of being shy in the corner, like not wanting to socialize, and Tabby spotted her and was like, "You are my best friend now," and just came over and sat next to her and was immediately interested in wanting to know everything about Kate. What do you like to watch? What do you want to do?
What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color? What do you want to be when you grow up? I'm gonna be a princess. Yeah, that's.
I love Tabby.
I love Tabby so much. So that's how I imagine they met.
What video games and manga do Kate like?
All of them.
And then they say, also, I really like reading Midori Magica. You guys wrote it so well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I like to think she's not interested in romance, so she has genres that are preferred, but just because it's in a genre she doesn't like doesn't mean she won't go into it. She likes first-person shooters and online multiplayer games. But she'll play puzzle games or like little Nintendo rip-off games. But so she's open to all sorts of games in anime, but she prefers edgy fantasy and first-person shooters.
What would the team say that the book with the highest death count is?
Not allowed to answer that.
Yep.
Sorry.
If you could change any element or event, minor or major, in any of the books, what would it be?
This one is actually something that I don't think anyone's caught it before. We may have talked about it before. Because I know Ekho knows that I absolutely hate this about Foresight. There is one regret in Foresight that absolutely murders me. No matter how many times I've read Foresight, it's always going to be my least favorite. In the book, Mally, Reki, and Midori are standing together, and Mally's like, my soul gem's about to turn into a grief seed, and Reki says, I'll go get you a grief seed, I'll be right back. And Mally says it's too late. And Midori wishes she had a grief seed right then. Okay? Keep that in mind. Okay. A bunch of chapters pass. They go throughout Mally's labyrinth. Gozo spawns a giant witch. Lots of side stuff are happening. So you kind of forget about that scene happening. But then Midori goes to face the giant witch of tragedy. And she finds her legs caught in the goop and the ink and the black shadowy stuff. And Runa pulls her out and says, do you have a grief seed? And Midori says, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, you didn't have one just a minute ago. You didn't love Mally enough a minute ago. I'm just saying. So, but I look at that and I remember that this is a fan fiction. And yes, we are incredibly professional, and we do everything in our power to make sure that all of our story makes sense, and we try our best to remove all grammatical errors except for this book because we don't care enough about this book. And yes, we try so hard to give you guys the best story that you could possibly enjoy, but we make mistakes. And Foresight was our first ever stab at a story, and I had never done a roleplay before. I don't know about you, but I think
it was my first.
Yeah, so there was a lot of room for learning, and there was a lot of things we hadn't done. I didn't do any of the editing for Foresight. That was Ned and her team. Like, there was a lot of things that I was not aware of, and I was not prepared for, but we get better. Revolt is possibly one of my favorite series. It is my favorite book in this entire series. And then Revival's good. Ia de la Luna's good.
Yes!
Everything going forward is so good. But everyone on the team will tell you that Foresight sucks.
Yep.
Everyone on the team looks back and says, Foresight sucks. And it just goes to show you that it's okay to have mistakes. We're not telling you just spawn garbage into a Wattpad and hit submit, but it's okay to not be perfect. Because the story must go on. And if you never finish it, well, at least a finished garbagey story is better than a never completed one.
Yep.
So we take that moment and we remember that, and we've learned from that, and going forwards, we don't make those mistakes anymore. Midori and your grief seed. So that's the biggest mistake that I regret.
And I remember Petals saying we like to think that we like to think that that was also partly caused by Midori being in a panic at the time.
Yep.
And she didn't have time to check and look for a grief seed because Mally had already decided. So we do have some of an explanation for that, but it was still a mistake.
Yeah. We have a little bit of panic. And yes, that's a valid reason, but it's still, it's something frustrating. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright.
Next slide.
Alright, next slide. Bloop.
How many words were in Web of Lies?
So I had to pull up the document, and Google Docs says over 52,000. If that means anything to you.
How long did it take to write Web of Lies, and when did you?
I started writing it before Ned passed away, and I told Ned about it. But when she passed away, my priorities went to preparing Revolt, preparing Revival, preparing posters, preparing trailers, preparing references, preparing... It got kind of put to the side. It was no longer this huge priority because it was my story, and who cares about my story? That's not the important one. Midori is the important one here. So I kind of put mine on hold. I only had written like maybe the first chapter, and I put it all on hold until I want to say about like 2 months before I posted Web of Lies or something like that. It wasn't,
that sounds about right.
Yeah, it wasn't too long before I posted it that I started writing again. And it was just this huge comfort. So I was supposed to not develop very many characters. It was supposed to just be the epilogue. What the epilogue was supposed to be the entire book. It was supposed to just be this explanation, but I started developing the characters and I started loving them and getting attached to them and being invested in their time and energy. Did you guys realize that Charlotte doesn't make her wish until like 20 chapters in? Like, that's ridiculous. 10 chapters in, and nobody's made a wish yet. No, not even Cubate. Cubate hasn't even shown up. Like, it got to a point where I started having to stop myself, say, okay, wrap up time. Okay, wrapping up the scene. Okay, yep, it's time. So that really kind of stunk. But yeah, it probably took me about 2 months to write, roughly, my guess. I had fun.
How did you come up with the list of magical girl names in chapter 24, and are they important?
No. They're not important. The only image in all of Web of Lies? No, it's not important. I just decided to make an Excel spreadsheet for fun. There's nothing important there. Don't go look. You won't find anything. As for coming up with the names, I literally just started listing off like neighbors and people and random Googled names and just started like I think even like 2 of my OCs are on there. It was just funny. I was just like slapping things in. There's even another funny name, but I'm not allowed to say why it's funny. So no, it's not important.
Is Lucy's snout from the table of names the Lucy from the epilogue?
No, the Lucy from the epilogue came from California.
Was Reagan telling the truth about her wish?
Yes.
Why? My goodness. Why is Charlotte so intelligent, and why did she not stuff Kate into a toilet upon any of their early interactions?
Charlotte is incredibly intelligent because she's expected to be. Her parents are these highly intelligent, highly respected people, and therefore they've raised her they've made their maids raise her to also be this respectable person. She's intelligent though, not just because her parents want her to be, but because she gets rewards. You find in the chapter that she gets paid for good excellence in school, and she needs money in order to keep her reputation, because that's what keeps her quote-unquote friends around. So she's very intelligent in school, and intelligent because she knows how to get what she wants, and if she wants money, she does school, and school makes her smarter. So it's kind of like parents did something good there. Motivation. What was the second half of the question?
Why did she not stuff Kate into a toilet upon any of their early interactions?
Because why ruin your reputation on somebody who might just take the warning? Kate comes into the bathroom, and Charlotte's like, okay, if I can threaten her. Charlotte doesn't want to bully. Charlotte only wants to do the minimum amount of work and risk to get the best outcome. She wants to do the least amount of work to get the best outcome. She doesn't want to go out of her way and risk her reputation being dirty. She just wants to get enough of the point across. So Charlotte's not going to dump a new girl's head in the toilet first day. Now, if she keeps coming back in here, she might. Because she's not getting the warning. But yeah, that's why.
Did you enjoy reading this book more than others, Petals?
I thoroughly enjoyed writing this book. I got to research things I had never researched before. I got to interview, as I said, my family member with schizophrenia. I got to interview other family members and their perspectives of being the sibling or the parent of someone with schizophrenia. I got to mess with characters I had never touched before, like different personalities and perspectives. I got to write in a school environment, which I was homeschooled, so I had a lot of fun stepping outside of my normal comfort zone and trying to get myself out there. It was definitely really fun, but Revolt's still probably my favorite.
Are you happy with the outcome of the book?
Yes.
Are you on the side of the revolution?
It's a mix. So, as I've always said, if I were in Charlotte's shoes, I would have probably made the exact same mistake she did. I would have probably thought, well, Mercy killed people, so I've got to attack if I want my friends to survive. Forget everyone else. All that matters right now is my friends, and my friends are depending on me. Like, I'd make those same mistakes. Now, if you're asking if I'm on just the revolution as in general, of forget about Cube and save the girls, yeah, 100%. I'm on the revolution side. But if you're saying Midori versus the revolution, Midori's just so kind-hearted, you know? Like, there's gray area. I'm kind of on both. How about you, Ekho?
I don't know. Kate, Tabby, or Charlotte, which is your favorite?
Tabby!
Which character that died in Web of Lies hurt the most to kill off?
Mimi's schizophrenic panic where she accidentally kills herself is so sad, but I was so attached to Tabby when she died. I was tearing up writing those last words because I was like, this is me. This is how I'd want to go out. Like, if I were to die, these are the words that I'd want to say. So, I love that.
Why did you call the book Web of Lies?
Play on webs. Fun fact, the Google document is called Web of Fries. Web of Lies is mainly because I originally thought there was going to be much more lying in it when I started writing it. And when we were kind of like sneak peeking it, like we were like, oh, well, I'm kind of writing the story, Web of Lies. And it just kind of stuck. And there is some lying in it, but the big lie that they're really referring to, more or less, is the lie of being a magical girl and the promise of being able to go back to human. And Charlotte's dress is webs.
Alright, I think we're done with the Q&A.
Alright. Is the next slide what I think it is?
I believe so.
Alright, are you ready to talk?
Perhaps.
Alright, let's move on. We have a huge, exciting announcement that I'm sure all of you are excited to finally hear. Are you ready?
Yep.
Bloop! Ta-da! We finally have the poster and the dates and the... Here is Puella Magi Midori Magica Revival, the poster, completed by Kurumi Erika with the background and border by me, with inspiration, of course, by Nedyku. This is the final book in the trilogy of Midori's stories, so this follows Foresight and Revolt, and is the final closing story to all of Midori's stories. So it is the final installment. We won't be... There's nothing more. kind of, sort of. Hold on. We've got another thing to announce. Give it a second. We will be starting posting on August 8th, 2021 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. New chapters every Sunday at 1 p.m. So you can also expect this poster or book cover, whatever you want to call it, to be posted on the respective toy houses after the stream. So if you want to take a look at it and talk about it, yay!
We'll also be in the Discord for anyone who, I'll be doing an announcement posted in the Discord after the stream. It'll be posted there as well.
Yep. Are you ready?
Oh, ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Click!
This. Ia de la Luna is finally coming.
Talk about it. Go, go, go!
My literal passion project of the Midori Magica series, this book has been, writing Ia has been, I'm tearing up, has been such a crazy ride for me, and I'm really, really, really excited to bring it to you guys. Don't get me wrong, I love Deceit, but this book is my favorite of the series. It was the most fun for me to write. I'm so crazy attached to the characters that I drew the cover.
It's so pretty. Look at the swords.
So as it says on the side, cover art is by me. Composition is by Petals. It is Runa's official backstory. This is a main installment, right?
Indeed.
It's this is coming. Chapters will start on August 7th, so a day before Revival starts.
Indeed.
At 12 o'clock p.m., so noon Eastern time. And new chapters will come out every Saturday at noon until the book finishes. Yeah, I'm so proud of this cover.
It's so dang pretty. You should be proud. Got fan.
Yes, Xenia can dual sword.
Indeed.
It was never. I never revealed it because she usually only holds one, but she can dual sword. She has full ability to do that.
She like Reki wannabe. Except she's before Reki, so you know.
And her swords are way bigger.
Oh yeah, and they're cooler.
I'm really looking forward to this. I don't want to ramble too long about the cover, but yes, Wattpad exclusive. This will be only on Wattpad. There is physically no way we can bring this one to scratch.
Yeah, if we brought it to scratch, it would literally just be a blank page.
Yep. I cannot explain why, but it will be Wattpad exclusive. We cannot bring this one to scratch, which honestly, I'm fine with that, because I don't like butchering my stories just for a kiddie platform.
Amen. Preach it.
Am I allowed to say Revival's post platforms?
Yeah, go for it.
Revival will be coming to Scratch.
Indeed.
The post time for Revival Scratch chapters is undecided as of right now, but Revival will be on Scratch. Ia de la Luna will not. So if you have been reading Scratch up till this point and have the ability to read Wattpad, I highly suggest you start doing so.
Yep.
Because the Wattpad versions are so much better.
We always recommend Wattpad because the Scratch versions are censored.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to do an official cover, and the installment I have been the most excited for is finally on its way here. You guys finally get to meet Xenia and Mitch and all of my favorite Midori Magica characters. Yay!
I just hear you just like, yay! And like, excitement. We are very excited.
And as with the Revival cover, this will be posted on Toy House. For those of you who have been wondering too, Mitch and Runa will be getting updated Toy House profiles to match everybody else's soon.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Hopefully they'll be done within like a week, maybe. Hopefully.
That's the goal.
But this cover will be up on Toy House after the stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll just have you guys know there's 1 month in between now and the posting of the next books. I'm just saying, Ekho and I just happen to be on this platform called Art Fight.
And they just so happen to be announcing the teams tomorrow.
What? What a coincidence! Maybe you guys should come check us out.
Doing the anime shy hands, pointing fingers. Come attack us.
Come attack us, please. Alright, is that everything?
I believe so. Tap the next slide.
Alright, so here they are one final time as we finish up and we say our goodbyes. We really hope you enjoyed the stream. We are so sorry about the technical difficulties, but come on, hand it to us. 5 minutes? Yo. We'd be kind of awesome.
We do be.
We do be. I hope you guys all enjoyed this stream. I know I did.
I definitely did as well.
Thank you all for attending, and we can't wait to see you for both Revival and Ia de la Luna. So do not forget.
We hopefully will not forget that being Madoka
Is suffering.
Woohoo!
Goodbye,
Bye, guys.
everyone.